Hello everyone, welcome to my presentation. This is an intercultural movie presentation. And the name of my movie is East is East. So let's begin. Firstly, I want to talk about the movie. East is East is a 1999 British comedy drama movie. It was written by Ayub Khan and directed by Damien O'Donnell. It's based on the play East is East by Ayub Khan. It was produced by Leslie Udwin. It was set in Salford, now in Greater Manchester, and starring Om Puri on the left side and Linda Bassett and on the right picture. Now let's talk about the author. Our author is Ayub Khan. He was born in 1961 and he is a British Pakistani actor. He studied drama at the Salford College of Technology. Then he studied acting at Mount View Academy of Theatre Arts in London. He wrote BAFTA, BIFA and London Film Critics Circle award-winning film East is East. He also wrote the film sequel West is West. It was released in 2010 and he created the television series Ackley Bridge. Now let's look at the movie summary. George Khan is a Pakistani Muslim who has lived in Britain since 1937. He has a wife in Pakistan. He and his second wife Ella, who is a British Roman Catholic woman of Irish descent, have been married for 25 years and they have 7 children: Nazir, Abdul, Tariq, Manir, Salam, Mina, and she is the only daughter, and Sajid. George and Ella run a popular fish and chip shop. While George is obsessed with the 1971 war between East and West Pakistan and arranging marriages for his children, the children themselves, born and brought up in Britain, increasingly see themselves as British and they reject Pakistani dress, food, religion, and living. George disowns Nazir for running out on his arranged marriage. He immediately begins making plans to have another of his children married to maintain his image. His sons always refuse to arranged marriage. George wants to raise his children according to his own beliefs. The film highlights these kind of conflicts between children and their father. Okay, now let's look at the intercultural incidents. Incident 1. Arranged marriage. George, the father, in the second picture with his son Nazir, George wants his son to get married with a Pakistani girl in the way of Pakistani culture. But his son Nazir doesn't accept this forced marriage because he doesn't want to get married with a Pakistani girl. He thinks that he is British. As you see in the first picture, Pakistani people get together and they show each other to their sons and daughters picture to arrange marriage. Okay, now let's look at the incident 2. It is greeting. The British boy with the glasses on the picture, he is friend of Sajid, finds the greeting of Pakistani culture awkward. A relative of them comes to their house and they kiss and hug each other, and the British boy sees that and he asks Sajid why they kiss each other, and Sajid says that Pakistani people do that, and British boy thinks that it is so interesting. Because Pakistani people more sincere than the British people. Okay, now let's look at the third incident. It is religious belief. George forces their children to go to the mosque for learning Quran, but the children never see themselves as Muslim and they don't want to learn Quran. As you see in the picture, they are not happy for being in mosque. Also, their father George forces them to learn Urdu language. Okay, now let's look at the incident 4. It is circumcision feast. In Turkish, sünnet, George forces his youngest son, Sajid, to be circumcised because it is important for the Muslims. And George thinks that they will go to hell if boys will not get circumcised. Now let's look at the incident 5. It is dressing. Father always deprecates his daughter's dressing style. Even if the school uniform of Mina is long, George finds it short. He wants his children to get dressed like Pakistani children. Okay everyone, now let's look at cultural history about the movie. As I said before, there was a war between Pakistan and India, and it is Kashmir conflict. After this conflict, some of the Pakistani people immigrated to Britain, and in the movie there are so many Pakistani people in Bradford, and as you see in the picture, there is writing Bradistan. Okay, now let's look at my Turkish perspective. In our Turkish culture, we still have arranged marriage in some cities, but in my opinion, I don't approve it. In our religion, Muslims read Quran, pray just like the Pakistani Muslims, but forcing your children, like in the movie, forcing your children to do these things is not correct. We also have circumcision feast in our religion. I think it is necessary for being clean and it is good for health. It is also our custom. Greetings in Turkey is also like the Pakistani culture. We are more sincere than the British people. We hug and kiss each other when we meet. Some Muslim people are very strict about dressing. They don't want their daughters to wear short skirts, but I don't agree with this idea. People need to wear whatever they want. Okay everyone, this is the end of my presentation. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you for listening.